Hi everyone, and welcome to Tarot Cafe and all things woo woo. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I really appreciate all your support. This reading is a general reading for Aries for the month of February 2017. I've already shuffled the deck and pulled some cards for your reading today, so let's just dive in right away and get started. So this is context, focus, outcome. So for the context for this month, we have the King of Pentacles. And the first thing I want to sort of make note of here is that I pulled Pentacles for context, focus, and outcome. So there's a really heavy energy in Pentacles this month. And that could be that some of you Aries are dealing with a Pentacle, are dealing with a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. And it could be either at work, in a relationship, at home, in a friendship. But I feel like probably for sure, because there's such a strong Pentacles energy in this particular reading. So the Pentacles energy generally represents, stability, material wealth, money, business, and governs all things that are practical. So that's really interesting. And the context for this month is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles, man or woman, is very practical. Somebody who has achieved success in life through hard work, definitely hard work. And this also represents somebody who enjoys the fruits of their labor. So I sort of get that sense for you, Aries, that you've worked hard, you've been diligent, and you've gotten to a place where you've achieved success, and you're generous, you're willing to share with others. And so this is a really good place to be in terms of the context for the month of February. I think it's an excellent place to be. The focus that's coming up is the Seven of Pentacles, and that energy sort of embodies big choices and reassessment. There's a bit of a push and pull energy with this card. And it's a number 7, which means there's a lot of introspection. You need to sort of take time to look at what you've accomplished here as the King of Pentacles, and to appreciate what you've done. Maybe even reevaluate what you've done. And maybe you're feeling a little bit like, I've been there, I've done that, now what? This sort of maybe feeling like you're a bit bored. There's a lot of accomplishment here through hard work, but maybe you're saying, well, is that it? Now what? Now I've got everything. Now I've achieved this, I've achieved that, but what else is there? Now in a career, it could be, you being of two minds, and you're sort of reassessing the situation. Do I stay? Do I leave my job? Starting to look at things a little differently. Maybe contemplating, getting customers' opinions about your enterprise, your work, your whatever it is that you've built, whatever you've done. In terms of a relationship, it's sort of the same thing. You're in a relationship, you're maybe of two minds. Do I stay? Do I leave? Is it going to cost me money? And do I risk it all just because I'm bored? Because I have everything, maybe you're in a relationship that's quite good, but I don't know, maybe you're just sort of bored. Maybe it's just been the same way for too long and you're sort of contemplating wanting to do something else or move on, or maybe you just need to spice it up a bit. The red color here at the bottom of the Seven of Pentacles sort of indicates this rash impulse to do something. But I'm not quite sure. I'm not picking up that you actually know what to do. That you just have this impulse to do more, to do something, to spice it up, to change it up, to make it more interesting, to achieve more, to love more in your relationship. I'm not quite sure. So again, whatever situation you're in, whether it's a relationship or a career, you're definitely reassessing it, and there's this sort of feeling of, do I stay? Do I go? It's like that silly video that everybody, pineapple pen. Are you gonna stay with the pineapple, or are you gonna go to the apple? I don't know. It's silly, a silly thing to say, but that just popped into my head for some reason. So anyway, there's a lot of reassessment this month, and looking at what you've achieved, sort of contemplation and reevaluation of what it is that you already have, and all of that. So a bit of frustration, this sort of been there, done that thing. And I think it's a 7 card. So the answer to your query is you need to go within. You need to take the time and go within, and the answers are there, whether you should stay or whether you should go. Should I stay or should I go? That song? Well, that's sort of the energy of February for you, Aries, for sure. And the outcome is the Ten of Pentacles, which, is a really lovely card. It's all about legacy and inheritance and knowing the value of something. So I sort of feel like you're on this journey this month to really reassess everything that you've achieved, whether it be in your career or in your relationship, in your love life, or in your friendships. And sort of towards the end of the month, you're going to know the value of what you have created, what you have achieved, whether it be in work or in love. And also, this is a card of having so much material success that you can actually share it with others. And it's a really nice thing to do when you're in a position of having a lot, like the King of Pentacles. You have much to give. You're secure, you're grounded, you're successful. Why not share it with the community in some way? That in a way could be very fulfilling. It could be the thing that you're looking for, this sort of, what do I do now? What do I do? What more can I do? And that can be what you can do, is you can actually take that wealth and share it. Donate to a charity, or start a charity, or, donate money to a good cause. And these are all things that are very fulfilling. And I think that's something you should definitely consider, because you've got such solid success. I think that's important. Yeah. In terms of a relationship, I think whatever you were reassessing the beginning of the month, you sort of come to this understanding at the end of the month that the understanding that your relationship has value. You know, you may have been together for 20 years or 10 years or 2 or whatever it is, but that there's value in that relationship. It's solid and there's a firm foundation, and your family is secure. It may not be the most, you may not have the most exciting sex life or whatever, but it's secure, it's solid, there's love there, and that is of value. And I think also for people that are a little older, you know, we realize that some of those things are not so important as we get older, that just the having family, having someone there to come home to every night, having somebody to share with every night, to do things with is of value. And I think you're going to sort of come to that lesson or that understanding at the end of the month. You know, this is also kind of a card of legacy. You could now be in a position to pass on your wisdom to someone, your knowledge to someone, sort of become a mentor for somebody. And if it isn't passing on wisdom, you could be passing on, if it isn't wisdom or your knowledge, you could be passing on money to someone. So that sort of ties in with the idea of, you know, what do I do with all this success? Do I hold on to it or do I share it? And this card could indicate that you, at the end of the month, decide, yeah, I'm going to share it. I'm going to pass it on to somebody. I'm going to invest in somebody's business. I'm going to donate to a charity, or I'm going to start my own charity. So that's, you know, that's, and I think it's important to note that when you do something like that, that actually brings you more knowledge and more wisdom and more love. And, you know, this reflection here, this assessment, the reassessment that you're going through, I think you'll find that by doing these things, whether it be donating money, passing on your wisdom, it will bring you that thing that you're looking for. You know, that, what do I do now? Well, it's going to bring that. It's going to make you feel, it's going to take you to the next level in terms of your development as a person, in, you know, in your job or in a relationship. So that's all really, really good stuff for you Aries people in the month of February. So what else do we have going? All right, so we've got our cloud cover here, which is the 10 of Swords. So this is a cloud cover for all of February, which I think is really interesting. It's a 10, which also we have another 10 here. And 10s are all about, you know, having learned all the lessons from 1 to 9 and starting new. So I feel like there's this, you know, what you've done or what's been done to you, there's really not more for you to do. And it's time to move on, and it's time to pick yourself off, dust yourself off, and get on with it, and try something new, and walk towards, you know, a new goal. Set yourself a new goal. And you know, if you're feeling like there's really nothing else for you to do in this particular career or in this particular relationship, it's time to sort of, you know, pick yourself up and explore new avenues, and also really appreciate what you have. That just keeps coming back. Really appreciate what you have. Don't take it for granted. You know, there are a lot of people that don't have the same kind of success that you have, or don't have an incredibly loving relationship. And it's good to reevaluate every once in a while and check in. Don't take it for granted. You know, there's more to be gained. You know, over here in the background, there's more. There are things to explore out there that maybe you never thought you would explore. You know, new ways of spending your money, new ways of spending your time, whether it be donating, doing charitable work, volunteering, passing on your legacy to somebody. This is, you know, it's a good place to be in, for sure. So I think this card can sometimes indicate self-pity, and that's just sort of coming through now. If you know, rationalizing over something over and over, if you're pitying yourself, you know, I think you really need to reassess where you've come from, what you've achieved, and you know, and really take note of all the things that you've done that are great, because to be in this position is really lovely. And now it's time to find new ways of expanding yourself and your relationship and your career, and not taking either of those things for granted. I think that just keeps coming up. Don't take it for granted. Appreciate what you have. So having said that, I think what I'll do now is I'm going to pull your advice card for the month from my Shamanic Healing Oracle deck. So let's get this done. This will be the advice card for Aries for the month of February 2017. This is the, hang on, it's not quite right. This was the card that fell out. So, for Aries for the month of February, we have the number 12 card, the Truth card, which is very interesting. Let's see what it has to say. I'll read it to you. The eagle proudly surveys its domain from such a high perch that all pertaining to the situation is revealed. The shadows hide nothing from his keen vision. Once you can remove yourself from the muck that lower vibrations keep you in, you can attain a viewpoint that enables you to see the truth of the matter. This card advises you to search for the truth of the situation, regardless of the emotions it brings up. Are you or someone connected to you unconsciously suppressing the truth? Hiding from the truth can only intensify the lesson later on. Okay. Well, this is really interesting. Because for me, this kind of ties in with this card, the King, of the King of Pentacles, of having attained so much material success and sort of overlooking. Here we're reassessing, and the eagle sort of overlooks everything. What it is you've achieved and where to go from here. And I think the eagle's saying, look at everything, look at it all, and look at the truth of it, right? The truth of what you've accomplished, the truth of your relationship, your career, whatever it is, and again, don't take it for granted, but try to expand it, try to open yourself up to new opportunities, and be generous with what you have accomplished, with the money you have made, with the wisdom that you have and the knowledge that you have, and share your truth. Share your truth with others, and that will expand you in new ways and fulfill you in new ways. So I think that's probably it for today. I'm just going to sign out. It's been a great reading. I'm really excited for you, Aries. I think February is going to be a really interesting month. So I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you again in March. All the best.